Mm.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay! Thanks for anyone. This is Nintendo Nerds.
Yeah, but it's like a Nintendo Nerds.
And behind the camera.
We Knack, Vintage Nintendo Nerds. What's up, guys?
And I was in front of a movie show. Take a guess as to why. Knick-Knack, please explain.
Because we feel like watching a movie right about now.
Well, we're not physically going to watch one right now, but we will be watching one a little later for you. Right now, we're just going to do some.
And one that we are not going to do. No.
Well, the thing is, that's completely irrelevant. Today we are.
Well,
going
which movie did you just grab?
You grabbed Monster House.
Oh.
We're not going to touch this one. Today,
It's creepy.
more or less, we are going to be describing movies done by Dreamworks. This is the first review for Dreamworks month for us.
And the first movie we're
First
going to
movie
review.
we're going to review is this one.
It'll
Shark
take 2
Tale.
seconds.
It'll take 2 seconds. Knick-Knack, with me. 3, 2, 1.
It sucks!
Review's over.
Will Smith's fish is scary.
Yes, I'm now going to reorganize this and organize a new shelf of movies that we've already done. Just so we can get Will Smith fish over.
Okay.
So, Will Smith fish.
It
sucks.
sucks.
Done. On the shelf. Next movie is this one. Kung Fu Panda 1. Now, we've all seen this enough times so we can easily tell you exactly what happens, and we're not going to be able to show you any footage right now.
So, let's just start with the premise. Po, voiced by Jack Black, is a panda who's a fan of the Furious Five, a
And
group
the
of
movie
martial artists
yeah.
who are named after their styles, like the tiger, the crane, the monkey, and so forth.
The movie begins with a daydream of him as the Dragon Warrior. And more or less showing him being just his favorite word. Awesome!
And it's also my favorite word, too.
Yes. And more or less, I'm down here now. Kung Fu Panda is more or less the story of Po realizing who he's supposed to be. Now, as you remember, as Knick-Knack explained, Jack Black plays the plushy, lovable panda Po, a place panda who works in a noodle shop with his dad. His dad
Is a goose.
His dad is a goose.
His adopted father, okay? We'll get to his real parents later.
We'll get to his real parents later.
Look at his real parents in Kung Fu Panda
We're
2.
not doing Kung Fu Panda 2 yet.
Dude, you just spoiled it.
Oh, either way.
Plus we don't know who his real parents are. Oh, wait, yes, I did. Oh,
I'm
shoot.
gonna kick you. Anyway, so.
Forget you heard that. Forget you heard that.
As Knick-Knack said, he was a major fan of the Furious Five Kung Fu Masters named after their style.
You also spoiled it.
No, I didn't.
No, he spoiled it.
He spoiled
Adopted
it.
father.
Hey, I
No.
don't care.
I said we'll get to his real parents later.
Exactly. So, shut up. So, he's a major fan of the Furious Five. He even has action figures of them. The Furious Five are 5 Kung Fu Masters whose names are based after their style.
Tigress, voiced by Angelina Jolie.
The Crane, voiced by David Cross.
Monkey.
No, not yet. Not him yet.
Viper, voiced by Lucy Liu.
Mantis, voiced by Seth Rogen. And the master himself, Jackie Chan.
As Master Monkey.
As Master Monkey.
It's Mr. Monkey.
Now,
Okay. No, be
anyway,
quiet.
they are all being taught after Master Shifu, voiced by Dustin Hoffman. And Dustin Hoffman's character is trained by someone who I can't remember the name.
Master
Master
Oogway.
Oogway, who is voiced by
Turtle.
Randall Dick. Something. I cannot remember his full
And he's
name.
a turtle.
Stop it! Poe's father, Mr. Ping, voiced by someone that I also cannot
James
remember.
Hong.
That's it. Is owner of a noodle shop. And when after Poe decides to explain the fact that he's having a crazy dream, Poe's father asks what the dream was about. Not wanting to upset his father, he says noodles. And then Poe's father goes on about noodles and the noodle dream and stuff.
But one day, Master Oogway gets a vision that the evil warrior Tai
No,
Lung.
it's not Master Oogway. No, it's... Did you say Shifu, they have the vision?
No, Oogway.
You don't know.
So Master Oogway has a vision that the evil warrior Tai Lung, voiced by one of my favorite actors, Ian McShane, is about to return and take the Dragon Scroll. What is the Dragon Scroll, you may ask? The Dragon Scroll is
a scroll of magical powers that can give the person who reads it untold power.
And can give them the right to be called the Dragon Warrior. So now the Master Oogway has to choose the Dragon Warrior, who's going to defeat Tai Lung and protect...
Save the Valley of Peace.
There we go.
The place where this movie takes place in the heart of ancient China.
So, Poe is stoked to see everything, but unfortunately, due to an unfortunate accident, he gets flung into the mix, and the Master chooses him. Everybody, including Poe himself, thinks that it was all an accident, but the Master decides to go with his decision and let the chips fall where they may. But when Tai Lung actually escapes from prison, the race is on to train Tai Lung...
Train Poe into an ultimate kung fu warrior.
Before Tai Lung arrives.
Before Tai Lung arrives. How does Shifu do it?
Food.
And by training Poe, Poe became
the
master of his own personal style, the bear style, which was freaking awesome, and it involved bouncing. Anyway, eventually, when Poe gets the Dragon Scroll from Master Shifu, Oogway's dead. Shocker. He's old. When he actually gets the Dragon Scroll from Master Shifu,
it's just a reflection.
He realizes that it is blank. And of course, that leads to doubting himself and everything, and leaving the valley, and Shifu stating that he's going to face off against Tai Lung alone. Arriving back at his father's noodle shop, his father's leaving, and then starts talking about noodles. And talking about the secret ingredient to his secret ingredient soup, which is...
saying that it was actually nothing.
It was just basic everyday noodle soup. Thinking about this, Poe pulls back out the Dragon Scroll.
And realizes that you just have to believe that you're the Dragon Warrior.
You just have to... It's just you. Being a mirror, of course, the only way that the Dragon Scroll can say that is because it's reflective and it's shiny. Anyway, so
anyways, we get a very emotional scene with Tai Lung and Shifu as they engage in their fight.
Resulting in the breakage of Master Oogway's staff. Which...
really upsets Shifu.
You upset Shifu. Anyway.
But just before Tai Lung is able to kill Shifu, Poe makes it just in time and gets one of the most kick-ass awesome fights I've ever seen.
It involves bouncing, crushing faces, and...
pogo sticks made out of bamboo.
And sitting on Tai Lung's face. I love that part.
And fireworks.
And fireworks.
Yes, fireworks.
And cookies.
Yeah.
Figurative cookies.
So Tai Lung is knocked out cold, and Poe uses the legendary Wuxi finger hold to defeat Tai Lung.
Which makes him...
re-entering the valley, the city, all the citizens see a waft of smoke and what looks like the Dragon Warrior image from the dream at the beginning of the movie of walking forward. But yet all it is Poe with an apron and a wok on his head. The wok falls off of his head, rolls forward, and you get caught by nothing. We zoom down and we see Master Mantis. Mr. Ping runs forward. Oh, wait, I forget this part. Mr. Ping runs forward, says that something Kung Fu Warrior was my son, wada yada yada, and then...
well, they live happily ever after.
They live happily ever after, and the movie ends with Shifu and Poe saying that they were hungry.
Yeah.
Credits begin rolling, and it shows lots of stuff that involves the punching bag that Poe uses earlier on in the movie.
That breaks his tooth.
That breaks his tooth out and causes him to end up as a flambéed panda of awesome. Now, were there any problems with this movie?
I can only see one.
What's your problem?
My only problem is that the villain Tai Lung is a little bit weak. You want to know why? Because if you're going to make a villain, you should make him either really evil or really funny. And for this film, they try to go either way, but it's best if you just...
stick with one.
Yeah, they try to go both ways, but it's best to just stick with one.
What's our timer at?
9 minutes, 45 seconds.
Alrighty, guys. So that was
But
our
if that's
review for...
if that's our only nitpick, then we have very little to complain about. We think Kung Fu Panda is wonderful.
No. We think that Kung Fu
Panda
Panda,
is...
and I quote, is Kung Fun! See,
I
this
thought
word
you were.
right here.
I thought you were going to say awesome. We knick-knack vision tenor nerds.
And in the famous words of Poe the Panda, skadoosh. Skadoosh!
Skadoosh, guys.